Hello everybody, this is Fred Finer, right here in the dwelling. Agent Eerie is in here, but I'm going to cover what happened on AEW Rampage for the February 24th edition of the year 2023. Now, I guess they started off with the Young Bucks and the Aussie Open. This is the first time seeing these guys. And let me tell you this. At first, I thought they weren't going to be so great. But these guys from down under, they showed why they deserve to be in AEW and they deserve their spot. They actually, in many instances, made me think that they were going to win the match. But that's not what happened. See, it eventually culminated to the Young Bucks. They tried to do the V-trigger, missed, hit each other in the knees. And then the Aussies, they tried to dominate, and they kind of did. And then eventually, the Young Bucks, they were able to do that whole gimmick where they hoist up one member, throw it on top of the other guy, and then kick him in the shins so they could force their friend or partner to tombstone the other guy. They then super kick one guy, and then with the other guy, they actually do the BTE trigger. Alright? The thing is that during the match, guess what? The House of Black, they do their stupid little lights out gimmick. Imagine people are, walking down the stairs, but the lights go out, and then you trip, and then who are you going to blame? Tony Khan? Is that smart? Is that smart that every single 5 second you got the House of Black over here turning off the lights? Well, guess what? At the end of the match, the House of Black, they did the whole lights out gimmick, and then they appeared. And the thing is that the Young Bucks and Kenny were all in the ring celebrating. And they could have made some major damage to the House of Black. Now, Jim Ross, he said they have a certain lifestyle. And that AEW is tolerant of a whole bunch of things. A whole bunch of different lifestyles. But I don't understand how trying to ambush people by turning off the lights and then turning them on is going to help anybody. If the Young Bucks wanted to, they'd pick the part. If you look at the bottom of the picture, Julia Hart is in the bottom. Alright? They could have just rushed her, but no, they're gentlemen. The thing is that the House of Black, they turned off the lights, and then when they turned them back on, they had left. I guess they're too scared for Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Now, the next match was Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale. Basically, Toni Storm, she's just behaving like what you would expect her to behave. And as there was a certain spot where the ref was occupied with Toni Storm, guess what? You got Saraya. She tried to do some hold on her and ended up breaking one of her nails or harming herself. Then you could hear her say something like, "Oh, Tony Khan, you're going to pay," or something negative about Tony Khan. This is your hero? This woman is supposed to go face to face with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter? No, I don't believe it. Toni, she would almost get hit by that cannonball Willow does. She'd get out, and then she'd do her butt bump. That's what it is, people. She butt bumps Willow Nightingale. She tries to pin her, doesn't succeed. After doing a tornado DDT, which you would think a cannonball or a butt bump and then a tornado DDT, that would finish it, right? No. Willow Nightingale, she still got some in her. Alright? Willow would then try to attempt the gut wrench powerbomb. The thing is, Saraya once again puts her nose into the situation. The ref then looks, and then I guess Willow drags her in. But then Toni Storm would capitalize, and she'd do her Storm Zero. She completes the Storm Zero, pins her 1, 2, 3. And then these girls, just like they try to do before, they try to spray paint her. But guess what? Ruby Soho, she came in, she ran in, and then they ran away with their tails between their legs. They went to the outside, and as they're trying to escape, guess who comes in? Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. And then they eventually make contact with them and take them away. And then in the Ruby Soho, she holds her friend Willow Nightingale's hand up in victory, even though technically Willow lost, right? I don't get it, but hey, I'm not the Booker man. Well, then we have the return of the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer. Him and Jake the Snake, this guy named Bryce Saturn. He doesn't have too much brain cells in here. See, he didn't go to college. See, he actually thought that he could fight the Murder Hawk one-on-one with his fists. The thing is, that's not how it works. And guess what? The Murder Hawk, he would make short work and then clothesline him, pinning him 1, 2, 3. And guess what? Lance Archer wins. For the main event, I'm going to talk about some, I would say, a segment, a promo. And it was Keith Lee and Dustin Runnels talking about how they want to challenge Swerve and want to be Brock Lesnar. And the thing is that Keith Lee, he's sporting a new look. Now, I don't have the image of it, but the guy, he as you saw the last time he tried to help Dustin Runnels, he had white hair all over his head. And then now, in the promo, I saw him with the white robe with gold trim. It actually looked pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty jealous. Andretti versus Sammy Guevara. Well, Danny Garcia, he's tired of Sammy Guevara being disrespected, that he has a great wife and such things and such forth. Well, who cares? And don't talk bad about Mark Henry. Respect Mark Henry. Respect your elders. Alright? Believe me, he could crush you with one hand, can he not? Well, these two, as you would think, Andretti and Sammy, as much as I don't like Sammy, he is very athletic and he's very acrobatic. The thing is, so is Andretti. The thing is that Sammy had something with him, and that was his boy, Danny Garcia. And Danny, what do you think he did? He interfered. While the ref was distracted, he went up there and clotheslined Andretti. Basically clotheslined him out of his boots. Alright, then Sammy, even though he was limping, he would do his GTH, alright, the go to hell. Then he'd pin him 1, 2, 3, and that was the end of the night, the last match, the last fall. So if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, comment. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you hate me or anybody here at Imaginary Productions, you can meet me in the comment section. Alright then, people, have a good one.